Hello friends, thank you for joining me for another video. We've got kind of a little bit of a different kind of video coming at you today. So before I do all that, I will say a little introduction. Also, let me know in the comments, are you guys tired of these introductions? Are you like, girl, just get on with it? I kind of feel like maybe I should just make a little like intro video with this information so I don't have to say it every time, because I don't know if y'all are sick of hearing it. I feel like every intro is kind of the same, but I never know if people are just finding my channel. I've had a lot of new followers, subscribers lately, so I do want to take a second just to introduce myself in case this is your first video. I'm Cassie and I share all kinds of planner related things. We're going to do a little bit of a different video today than what I've had on my channel before. So if you are interested in, kind of seeing pictures and all that stuff, you can follow me on Instagram. I am Sweet Like Honey Plans over there as well. So there's my little intro, but let me know if you guys are like tired of hearing that intro, okay? If you are, I will just start skipping right into the goodness of things because, yeah, maybe I don't need to say that every time. I don't know. So, all right, this video today, what we're going to do a little bit, I'm going to be doing kind of like a plan with me. This is my, let me explain what I'm doing here. So this is my Nisha Fernando Designs B6 planner. This is the Journey planner from 2024. I've really enjoyed a lot about this planner. I have not written a bunch in here, but don't worry, all of it's on sticky notes and papers that are going to go in here. I have a little envelope here from the Pretty Pinko that has all of my little notes and everything in it. So they will make their way back in here. I just wanted to get pictures of all the pretty spreads before I start writing in them. So this planner here, basically what I'm doing with this is kind of using it functionally, but also more so for like journaling, but in a little bit more structured format. And what I mean by that is like, this isn't just a blank journal. So I'm kind of doing journaling, but I wanted it to be a little bit functional as well. So that's why I got this planner. I don't think that I have utilized this planner to its fullest ability. If I'm being honest, there's a lot more in the front of this planner as far as like meal trackers and stuff like that that I just haven't used. The year's not over though. We could give it a shot for a few more months and see. But basically what I am doing in here, I am decorating my weekly section, and then I am going through and decorating the dailies and leaving space for, me to write in things. Like I have sticky notes behind here, so I'm not going to flip that page. But I am leaving space for myself to go through and just kind of write out memories. If I want to write in like what I did that day or whatever, it's just kind of blank space, but making the pages pretty. So I'm going to do that. I had a follower ask me if I would do a plan with me with this style when I was sharing my spreads. I think I was sharing it in my Instagram stories. And she was like, can you do a plan with me with that? That's kind of how I'm planning, and I'm really interested in seeing what you're doing. So I was like, you know what? That's so smart. Why do I not film any of these? So I've done a lot of really pretty spreads in here. I still haven't written in them. I just did this one this past weekend when we did our sidebar conversations. Danny and I and Tay joined us, and so I worked on this. So I've been getting a lot of spreads in here. I say a lot, but it's a lot for me, okay? Because I've really struggled to stay on top of things. So I've been getting a decent amount of these done. And so I figured, you know what, if I'm not doing memory planning stuff at the moment, at least I could share this with you guys. So I'm going to try this. I am going to do a voiceover for the remainder of this, most likely, because I do find that I struggle trying to plan and talk in this style of planning. Like doing like a in the moment, and then it ends up becoming super long. So in, the interest of your time, I will not make you sit here and watch me figure all the things out, because it does take me some time to figure out what I want to put down. But I did just want to show you guys the kit that I'm using, the collection I'm using. So I'm going to plan the week of June 10th because I have the week before that, and then every week after that up until August 12th, I think. Yeah. So after this June 10th week, then I can plan August forward, and I'm really making progress and getting caught up, but I don't want this one blank week in the middle of my weeks here. So we're going to do this June collection here. So this was from my Simple Paper Co. subscription kit. So I just want to take this out and show you. I love these little cards. So that can go over there for now, but here's the little stickers in here. Probably won't need the date dots. I don't generally use date dots in this planner. Maybe in the monthly I could. Here's this page with like the little June and the June calendar. This is on washi paper, by the way. This is kind of like a Greek style kit. kit, which is some of my favorites. And this is the week of my birthday. My birthday is June 13th. So I thought it would be fun to use this kit that I really absolutely love. I think this was the second month I was ever subscribed to Simple Paper Co. And I was so happy when I saw this collection because this is just one of my favorite like summery themes to use in my planner. And she did such a wonderful job with this collection. So the full like unboxing, if you will, unenveloping, that is on my page if you wanted to watch that video. That is up on my page for you to watch if you want to see like all my thoughts on these stickers. But this is kind of just a brief overview. These girls are so stunning, so stunning. These are your days of the week. And then this one has some foil, has some gold foil, and this one doesn't have any foil. So I will bring some gold foiled elements into the kit as well. And then I also, before I started, I'll just show you guys what I pulled here. Let me just move all these out of the way. I do always go through and pull what I think I'm going to want to use and like what will match. So like here's the kit. Here's some alcohol ink that I feel like will match some of these colors. I don't really have any that are like a good bright yellow. I might have some lighter ones. Oh, here's a dark blue too. So I feel like these colors will go really well. This is kind of like a lighter sky blue. So there's a couple different color blues because we've got like the deep oceany colors and like the lighter blues, and then a couple different greens. And then I also pulled out these doilies. I love doilies, and I feel like this could kind of lend itself to like some of these, you know, kind of more like Grecian type of patterns. So I got those out, and then I bought a bunch of gingham. I'm not sure if I'll bring gingham in or not, but I feel like it could go really well with this kit, right? Like, I feel like that kind of goes, you guys. Like some good gingham with like these girls. I don't know. So I pulled it out just in case, and I've got all kinds of different ones. And then I did pull out just like some basic color washes because I do like to use those like on the corners or things like that. So those are the basics that I pulled out. I haven't pulled any foil yet. I'll probably do that as I go. I do have some lemon foil from Sadie Stickers, so that'll probably make an appearance in here. But I'm going to go ahead and just start putting things down, and we'll probably just jump into a voiceover at that point so that we don't make this super long. So let me get started. All right, so transitioning to voiceover Cassie here. So it's been so long since I've like done a voiceover for a plan with me, so please bear with me. I guess I'll just kind of talk through what I'm doing here to give you guys an idea of like how I do these type of spreads. So right now I had this idea, and you'll see what come to life here, but I was looking for certain foil things I hadn't pulled out yet. So those are my Ray and Tay binders. I do have other videos on my channel about how I have my stickers organized. I just recently actually redid my binders, so I'm in the process of doing that. So I will have to get another video up and share that with you guys. But I did flip through those. I have a whole section for washi, so I knew where I had to go to find what I needed, which is super convenient. So really one of the first things that I do when I'm doing one of these spreads is I kind of take inventory of what I have in that kit or that collection that I'm using and figure out like with each page. So Monday through Friday, sorry. So 5 of the 7 days are full pages. And so I kind of try to figure out like, what do I want to do in the pages that have a lot more space? Like, is there bigger deco or scenes or whatever? And kind of how do I want to lay those out? That way I don't just like start doing one page and then realize that I didn't save anything for the others. I hope that's making sense what I'm saying. So that was when you saw me pull out the film strips. I was like, ooh, those will be perfect like on either side of a page. But I wanted those to be like maybe not the very first thing that you saw, but kind of like sandwiched in the middle of the week. So I'll usually do that with like decorative kits and stuff that have big floral washi strips. I'll usually pull those in on a day or like 2 days where I can kind of put them together. So I just kind of take inventory and have some idea of what I want to do. So for this one, when I looked at the stamps this time, I had this idea of like, I want to do something like fun and playful with like tilted stamps across the top of the page. So that was like the first thought that came to my mind. And then I was like, all right, I need a washi strip of foil to make that happen, like to make it tie it all in together. So then I immediately thought of the Miss and Meow ones because I feel like they're just some of my favorite. I love the like curve of them. I don't know if that's the right word that I'm looking for, but I just really love the way that those flow on the page, and they're dainty And I felt like, I mean, this kit is, you know, like a lemons Greek kind of kit, and there's a lot of water, and I feel like they kind of flow like that. So I picked those out, and then I thought, okay, I need something behind these boxes too. So that's where I went to the alcohol ink swatches, and I just pulled in a few different colors from the ones that I had picked before. I hadn't pulled out that yellow initially, then I went back and pulled it out. I was hoping that I had like a more bold yellow, but I actually don't have one. So I feel like the light ended up being really good though, because if it was bold, I don't know, I feel like it might have been too much, you know? They kind of take away from the actual stamps on there and the artwork in them. Okay, so what I'm doing here, those are like my favorite right now. Panda Bird Design. She has this sheet with all of these different size like box liners essentially, but they're like mini box liners. They are perfect for lining stamps. So obviously Simple Paper Co. is what I'm using. I think I said that in the beginning, right? The before voiceover. So Simple Paper Co. always has a full sheet of stamps, and I feel like a lot of the shop's decorative kits have at least some stamps in them, and those little box liners are perfect for all the different stamp sizes because there's such a variety of sizes on them. So just a little plug there for Panda Bird Designs. If you are looking for something to add a little bit of a, you know, flash of foil there in your spread, and lines of boxes, those are incredible. And I do have a code with her shop too, so you can use my code Cassie15 if you do want to pick any of them up. Yeah, they're just absolutely my favorites. I already picked up another whole set of them, and I think I'm going to pick up more because she has a sale going on this weekend that I'm filming this. So yeah, just can't say enough good things about those. And then the lemon deco that I pulled in, that's all from Sadie Stickers. That was from way back when $2 Tuesday was still happening, and it wasn't just like Foiled Tuesday. And I still had a lot of those. I love lemons, so I just picked them up and didn't have a purpose for them, and I found one, so it's exciting. Sorry, I'm already on to the next page. And then I did bring in on the bottom of those other pages some of the alcohol ink swatches. The blue ones that I'm pulling in here, the like darker blue, those are from Paper Trail Plans, and those are on washi paper. So all of my other ones are on transparent, because that's generally, I mean, before washi paper was a thing, transparent was obviously the biggest thing for that anyway. But I do generally get my alcohol ink swatches on transparent if it's available on that, because I like the really transparent aspect of that. But having the washi paper ones with that really beautiful bold blue was like perfect. So I pulled those in, and then just pulled in some more of the lemon foil deco from Sadie Stickers just to give it a little bit more sparkle. All right, and then moving on to the page I'm actually planning. So this was the 12th and 13th of June. This was my birthday week. I think I mentioned that earlier. So the 13th is my birthday. So I was planning on, planning the week of my birthday. And I'm so glad I chose this kit, you guys. It's just like one of my favorite styles of kits every summer is like this blue, yellow Greek style. So I was like, when I was trying to figure out what I was going to use for this week, I was like, oh yes, use that kit because that's like, you love that theme. It's perfect for your birthday. So might not be a birthday theme, right? But it's something I love for my birthday. So I pulled in on the side, I had these washi strips with that really beautiful pattern from Paper Trail Plans, the gold foil, it's light gold. And I thought that those just looked like perfect for this style kit, and that they would be really beautiful behind the film strip. And I was right. I love the way it came out. It looks so pretty. And then I did decide to bring in some gingham. I was really torn on what, that's funny, I said torn as I was tearing the washi paper, but I was really torn on what color to bring in, because I really liked the blue, but it was kind of overpowering. And actually my husband was upstairs when I was doing this, and I was like, which color? And he was like, do that pretty aqua color. And I felt like it tied in like the aqua and the water, because some of the scenes in those film strips have that like aqua color. So I did bring that in. Look, do you remember in the beginning of the video where I said, oh, I won't need the date dots? Well, I did. I didn't use the dates, but I did bring in the dots. So I love bringing those little dots in, kind of like a mood board type of vibe. So I brought those in, and then some foil deco, and like some of the some of the leaf deco from the actual kit. I am so sorry, you guys. I really need to get another screen so I can like see what I'm doing, but I think I just like got going on this and I didn't pay attention to where my screen was, and you can't see what I'm doing. Furthermore, my camera keeps jumping in and out of focus, so I am really sorry. I don't know how to fix the focusing issue with my camera. If you have tips or suggestions, please let me know. Like, that's really, now that I'm like watching this while I'm doing this, I'm so sorry, you guys. I watched it while I was editing, but like my eyes keep messing with me because of that, so I'm sorry. I will get better at this, I promise. This is kind of me just rusty getting back into the swing of things here with planning. But yeah, I'm using some more deco. You can't see it, I'm sorry. I am using more like deco on the bottom there, and I bring it up so you can see it in a minute here. All right, so I'm basically caught up on where I'm at. You can kind of see I'm figuring out what to put on the bottom, but you can't see what I'm putting, so I'm sorry. I've said sorry a million times. I'm going to stop doing that. All right, I am using, so when I used up one of the sheets on washi paper, you can see that clear backing there. That is the backing from one of the sheets, and that has been so amazing. You guys will see me use it when I do the weekly part of this as well, and it's just like the most perfect thing. Like, I've used sticker paper before to try to figure it out, but you couldn't really see through the backing on sticker paper. But that clear backing, I can see everything, and it's so amazing. So if you have washi paper that's on the clear backer, save it, because it is so helpful when you're trying to figure out where to put something, especially in these like Tomo River paper notebooks, because you can peel the stickers up, but depending on the sticker, it doesn't always do it very well, and that paper's so delicate. Who is it? Somebody calls it the Bible paper. I think Alicia from Sadie Stickers calls it Bible paper. And it does feel like that. It's very light. So having that clear sheet to kind of decide where I'm laying things down first before actually laying it down has saved me a lot of frustration and some poked holes in my paper. Okay, on that same Panda Bird design sheet, there are just little like plain, I don't know, they're not dividers, but just little plain deco. And that's what I'm using to line the top of that there, just where the little lace doily was cut like at the beginning of the film strip. And then I decided to carry that Miss and Meow like theme with that washi throughout the whole week spread. So you'll continue to see that make appearances, and I'm not mad about it. All right, so I honestly, you guys, I don't have my plans in front of me on what I did on these days. I don't fully remember. I do remember that my birthday was horrible. I worked on my birthday, and without going into too much detail, there was just, yeah, I had to lead a meeting on my birthday. I don't know why I did that to myself, but it was like I needed to get the monthly meeting done, so I decided I would do that. And yeah, there was some issues that arose, and it was really frustrating. And I generally can handle like frustration and stress pretty well, but it definitely got me down. It was a rough day anyway. A couple weeks before that, the girl that we had hired to replace me in my role so that I could take on my full promotion, she started after we waited a couple weeks, and then she just quit after one day. Said she realized that she didn't want to be an office manager. So I was still kind of reeling from, you know, the ups and downs of like, hey, you're moving on from this role, which was like happy, sad, you know, but exciting to move into the promotion. And then immediately after she started, like having that all just dashed that night. So, cause she just like emailed us after hours. So yeah, that was, and then of course I'm always like second guessing, like, did I do something? Did I say something? You know? So my birthday was only like 10 days after that whole thing happened. And so then I had other stressful things happen, and it just was a really rough day. I sat in my car and cried after the meeting, and then I went home and just like went to bed early. I was miserable. It was really awful. So yeah, probably one of the worst birthdays I've had in a while. Yeah. So anyway, I have committed to myself never to work on my birthday again. That's my commitment, so that I don't run into that again, no matter what, that I can just enjoy my birthday. And I've never been somebody who's like super like into celebrating my birthday. I think I'm one of those people where like it's never what I would hope or expect. And so I've just lowered my expectations. That's so sad, but that's the reality. And so I just was like, whatever, who cares? I'll work on my birthday, right? You know? And my team was really sweet. Like they decorated my office in like these giant daisy balloons and bee balloons. I had bees and daisies like everywhere, and it was so cute and really sweet. My front desk team, like we all decorate each other's desks and stuff and go a little crazy. So they had decorated my office, and it was really sweet. And they got me a bunch of little like bee themed gifts and stuff. So it was really kind. But yeah, my day just kind of went downhill after that. Oh, and we order lunch for the meetings, and we had tried to order lunch, and whenever it's like your birthday or close to your birthday, like we let that person choose. And so I chose, what did I choose? I don't even remember. Whatever restaurant I chose though, it wouldn't work online. Oh, I chose a place called Guasaka. I don't know if you guys have those where you are, but it was really good. Everybody put their orders in, and then the order like wouldn't submit. And so I was already like, And that's just so frustrating because I'm like trying to get ready for a meeting and like I don't have time to deal with food and all of this nonsense, right? And then it didn't work. So I was like so frustrated. And then the meeting, yeah, just crap happened during the meeting. And I was just like, I'm over everything right now. So yeah, it was just a rough day altogether. I'm not going to do that ever again. I'm committed. I'm never going to work on my birthday again. Okay. If I can help it anyway. All right. So enough about my sad birthday, right? It'll be better next year. Next June is going to be a better birthday. It's okay. To me, it's just like another day, but I guess it just was another rough day for me. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the spread and talk about happier things like these gorgeous stickers. So on Friday, just kidding, it's Friday. You see me struggling here. So I pulled in some more like large deco and alcohol ink swatches. And then there's always on that stamp sheet like this giant stamp. And I thought that would be really fun to put in this like ornate frame looking thing from Bloom Paper Studio. I do wish that I had picked those up on transparent. So I have them on washi paper, and washi paper is meant to be torn and ripped. And it did just that, not on purpose this time. And so I think I will go back and buy those in transparent because I really love those frames. But for one, I want them to be like over something and still be able to see what's under it. And you can't with the washi paper. There's like that white background kind of. And then for two, it's so delicate. It made it really easy to tear. So maybe not, the best choice for me there, but that's what I had. So I like how it ended up coming out. It just was a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it would be. And the alcohol ink swatches, you saw me struggling with that one in the top left. Like I ended up being too far down because I didn't want the blue under the yellow because it took away the brightness. So I definitely struggled on that page a lot. This page I didn't struggle as much on. I put a couple scenes down and then did some alcohol or some torn paper behind it, like the color wash paper. And I really love how that came out with a little bit of lemon deco and some of that Panabird design, the little like dot liners. Let me know if this is going too fast for you guys. Like I don't want to like drag it on and make it too long, but I sped this up like ×5. So let me know if you're like, please slow down. I can't even tell what you're doing. If you want to see more of it, I do plan on doing more of these. If you guys like this, please like let me know in the comments if you like it, and I will plan on doing more of these videos for you guys. This is a funny scene coming up. All right, hang on. Oh, not yet. Okay, it's coming though. Maybe not. Hang on. Okay, it's not coming yet. There is going to be a part in the video here that I left in because I thought it was kind of funny. And I was talking with everybody. Jess from Letters to Apollo is doing a live, and she was talking about there being an ant on the table or whatever on her planning desk. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've had so many flies. Like the flies have been so bad this year. And like my room is upstairs. How do these, like they find their way up here, you guys? So while I was planning, I'm not sure exactly where it is in here, so just stay tuned. You'll see it. And I left it at normal speed and left the volume on so y'all can hear the glory of this. So my husband is really good at killing flies. Like his grandmother taught him how to kill flies. Like if you hover above them, they always fly up. And so then you can clap your hands and kill them. I cannot do that. That grosses me out to no end. But my husband, he is the master fly killer. So if there's a fly, I'm like, hey, you need to come and help me with this. So you'll see the fly landed on it was buzzing around the room, and maybe it even makes an appearance in here. I haven't really seen it, but it was driving me insane. It was like dive bombing my head. I was like, can you please come and kill this thing? So he came to kill it, and it like landed on my hand, and we caught it on camera. So you'll get to see that at some point here. Oh, I was gonna edit it out. I can't ever say those two words together. And when I was on the live, I was talking about it, and everybody was like, please leave that in. We need to see that. So I left some real life in this video, okay? You're just getting the real raw version of Cassie planning. Okay, here's where I'm using, so this is the weekly spread, and here's where I'm using that clear sheet. And you guys, look how awesome this is. Like, I can see everything. I can kind of position it. I can put all these washi stickers down together. So the stickers are stuck together. They peel off each other pretty well, off the paper sometimes, but they definitely peel off the this clear backing really well, but they'll like stick to each other. So I basically like built this whole thing and then peeled it up as one giant strip and then put it down. Like how cool is that, right? Because then I could reposition it on these backing pieces and decide what I wanted to do without potentially destroying my actual planner. So That's what I'm doing there. Just choosing all kinds of different things here. So I wanted this to kind of be like a little bit of a collage. I did use a couple of the other stamps that were more of like the horizontal stamps. Because to me, like I've basically started looking at the stamps like as if they are full boxes. And that helps me to figure out where to put them and where to use them. Because I think I mentioned this in, maybe it was my last, was it my last mystery kit like video? I think it was, where I talked about how like the stamps were intimidating at first. And so if you're somebody who's like me, there you go. See, I just peeled all that off there, so I have a second backing. If you're somebody like me where the stamps are intimidating, look at them like full boxes, you guys. Like they're like scenes, right? Like the florals are like a floral box, and then the scenes are like a scene box. So if you think about it like that, then I feel like my creativity like was opened back up once I looked at it. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But I wanted to use those kind of like a little full box scene moment in the bottom left there, and then just build off of that. I've seen so many creative planners out there use like the deco and stuff and build these really cool scenes. Like, I don't know if it's a scene. I don't know what you want to call it, but whatever this is that's happening at the bottom there. I've seen people do it and I really love it. So I wanted to try to do something similar. And then this, I was just bringing in that really pretty pattern again. I thought that would add like a nice, like base, I guess, kind of like a bottom washi, you guys. There we go. Look at that. Look how satisfying that is. Tell me if you've tried this trick. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried using the clear backing? If you have not, you must. I'm pretty sure my dog is getting into something she's not supposed to. Give me 1 second. Okay, so far I have no idea what she got into, but now they're in here. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys have dogs? And do your dogs like to eat random things? Like if you are not paying attention, will they eat random things? Because my one dog, I have two and they're sisters from the same litter, which don't ever do that. I'm just going to warn you now. It's the worst and they have dominance issues. Don't do it. I thought it would be fun to have playmates for each other. Don't do it. I saw neighbors of ours out chasing down their golden doodle puppies today, and I was like, those look like they're from the same litter. Good luck with that. It's like, I wish I would have just never done that. Anyway, let me know if your dog also eats all the random things, because this one, she eats everything. Like, she will go in and eat the toilet paper. So I have to shut the bathroom doors, and I could hear her paws on the linoleum. And there's carpet upstairs, so I knew she was in the bathroom. I was like, God, this dog's eating more toilet paper. Okay, enough about Cassie's crazy dogs. Let me know if you also have crazy dogs. So after I laid all of the washi stickers down, I just wanted to add some more foil. I do wish that I somehow, like, I don't even know if there was more lemon deco anywhere, but I wish I had, like, some more variety of lemon deco, because I really only had the lemon bunches and then the big lemon slices and then the little lemon dividers, which I cut in half to make them a little bit thinner. But I think I had more lemon deco, but it was on glossy, and so I got rid of it, I think. These ones, so that strip there you can see from Paper Trail Plans. I really liked that deco, but I obviously didn't need a whole strip, so I just cut out the little squares. And then the little pieces, I just added those in there, like the things I'd cut off. So I love, love, love how that bottom came out. Like, I've left my planner open to that page like all week just so I could look at it, because I just think it came out so pretty, even though that's June and we're in September at this point. All right, we're just catching up. It's okay. But this was the last week in the planner. I think I mentioned that earlier, that like I had to catch up to be all in order. So now everything I'm doing is like all moving forward. So that motivates me to like get things caught up when I'm in order. I didn't want to have this one random week in the middle. So if I can do this, I will have had like all my last 6 months of my planner used, even if the first 6 months didn't get used properly. I had a couple weeks here and there, but that was it. So this year's it's been a lot. I've been in 2 roles at my company for almost a year now. And so that's all, like, my responsibilities for the one that I'm not fully in keep growing, while my responsibilities for the other one are still there. And of course, there's always challenges that come, right? So I think that just over the last year, my ability to do anything outside of work has greatly diminished. And so I'm working on finding some balance right now. I've been spending a lot more time in my planners and my free time, and just being okay with letting other things go, because I need to do something that like brings me joy and relaxes me. And, that's for me, because everything else that I'm doing in my life is for everybody else, whether it's work or driving kids everywhere, because I have a couple teenagers still. I've got a couple young adults and a couple teenagers, and Just there's so many like people and things in my life that need me, and I'm so blessed. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm so blessed to have all the things that I have and all the kids that I have and all of that, even my job. Like, I'm very blessed, and I'm not a stranger to that fact, but I don't take care of myself. So me taking more time to play in my planners lately has been like I hate saying like self-care, like, I mean, but it is like I need to take care of me. And so I've been really trying to focus on that, and God bless my husband, he has really been on board with like anytime he's going to, like, you can hear him probably right now, he's mowing the lawn, and he's like, okay, like, you go do your stickers and I'm gonna do this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, I feel like such a bum like not doing anything, but this is part of me healing. This is part of me getting back to myself, and what I need is spending time doing the things I love, and planning is one of them. And I'm still doing other things, but I'm gonna really try to prioritize doing the things that bring me joy. So thank you all for giving me a space to do that here, because I truly love this hobby and the creativity. Like, I love to create, and when I'm not having time to create is when it's very easy to get just kind of like down in the dumps. So yeah, thank you for giving me an outlet to share all of this with you guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this is the end of the weekly spread. I really love how that came out. It came out so gorgeous. Okay, so this is the one. All right, this is somewhere in here in these clips is going to be the fly scene, so stay tuned. But this is, so after I was done with that one, I did go ahead and do my health tracker. So I will generally match whatever kit or collection I am using in my Nisha Fernando B6 planner. I will generally use those same stickers in my health tracker, and those two will match. I have gotten away from having my weekly spreads match because I was getting way too far behind, because I don't always buy my weekly kits for my memory planner like far enough ahead of time. And so then I was always behind and waiting, and then it was just this vicious cycle. And I have so many gorgeous decorative kits that I want to use. So I was like, you know what? Those two planners can match. The other one can do its own thing. It's fine. So I let go of my unrealistic standards. There's a step in the right direction for me. Here again, I'm going to jump back to the plans here. I'm using that clear backing, which is helping me to figure out exactly where I need to put my alcohol ink swatches before I lay them down, because I had the main sticker on the clear backing, and it's like perfect. Look at that. It's just so good. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. My health tracker, this one's been another like journey of, I don't exactly know like what I'm going to put, like the page I'm working on. I don't know exactly what I'm going to track on there. I know what I was tracking last year on these pages, but last year I was using a Paper Test Designs, and there was a whole block up top with like times, like the hours. And I tracked my sleep. Now, I don't really feel like I need to track like exactly when I was sleeping like I was. I feel like just knowing how many hours roughly I got is helpful, and I can track that in a different way. So I need to figure out how I'm going to utilize the page that I'm on. So for right now, I've just been decorating them, and I'm going to figure out, like, I write down information on sticky notes, and I'm going to figure out what exactly I want to transfer into here and how. But for right now, I'm just decorating it and making it look pretty, and I will figure out exactly what that's going to look like in the future when I fill these all out. I know, maybe that sounds crazy. My goal is eventually to get to a point where I am planning these like the week ahead of time, and then writing in it daily, and like not doing this as a back planning thing. That's my goal. So 2025, that's my goal. That didn't happen this year. It might happen before the end of the year if I can get caught up. So if I can start building that habit now so that it's in place before we get to the beginning of next year, that will be lovely. So we'll see. But for now, we're just going to decorate this one. So this is where I've talked about this in some of the like mystery kit reveals and stuff that I have for Simple Paper Co. and now Graceful Muse. But this is where like having some deco be a little bit smaller in these collections is so helpful for me, because this is like a week size planner. So if you're somebody who also plans in like multiple planners in multiple different sizes, having these kits, like you could see some of the things I used were way larger and they worked really well in my B6. Maybe they wouldn't work well for you in your B6. Maybe they're too big, but there's these smaller ones in here too that I feel like are perfect for the week size. Like look at those little slices of, you know, the torn paper, the little stamp, some of those smaller, like those lemons with the vintage writing, like those are smaller and they work really well in this planner. So that's another thing that when I'm doing my weekly spread in my B6, I am kind of taking inventory of how much smaller deco I'm leaving for this health tracker spread. So a lot of forethought and overthinking goes into this in the beginning, you guys. But it wouldn't be me if I didn't overthink things, because this is how I operate. I don't know. When my husband was taking a psychology class one time, they referred to it as maximizing or sufficing. And I am totally a maximizer. Like I will think about all the options and look into every single thing before I make a decision, and I overthink big time. Whereas a sufficer is just like, that's good enough. We're just going to do it. So I've been trying to be a little bit more sufficing. Like I'm okay with the fact that I'm a maximizer. I am. But I drive myself crazy sometimes. Let me know if you're a maximizer or a sufficer. Have you ever heard of those terms before? I had not heard of that before. And I just, when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, I feel so seen. Like, this is me. I am such a maximizer and it's so annoying. Okay, our fly scene is coming up soon here. I think at that point he was like buzzing around. So if you see a little thing flying through here, that's literally this guy that was driving me crazy. All right, here we go. Here's the little scene. Oh, he's on my hand. So close. Thought you did too. I even stayed really still for you. Okay, I hope that you guys got a kick out of that. He was like so scared he was going to hit my tweezers. I have my tweezers kind of up and they're very sharp. So he missed the fly. He doesn't generally miss the fly, but he did. He did get him after that. Somehow he found him and he got him. But God bless my husband who saves me from all of the flies because this, I don't know, like when I lived in Western New York, we never had flies like we do down here in North Carolina. And I swear it's like the second you open your door, a whole bunch of them just like come in. So you can't even like, and we have dogs. So we're constantly opening and shutting the door to let the dogs out in the backyard. So flies are just like inevitable. I even have like fly traps, like those really awful cringy things. I have those like hanging by the door because I hope that I will kill them. I have one over the sink. Like it's so gross and I hate it, but here it is. We live in North Carolina and this is the struggle that I have. So there you go. You got to enjoy a little piece of that. All right, here is the rest of that spread. And that is everything for the health tracker. I'm going to do just a little flip through of what I used in the kit. So you can kind of see I used quite a bit. So that's the ones that I cleared out completely, the stamp page. But yeah, I still have plenty. Like I could totally pull this into another planner if I wanted, especially something with like these larger pieces. There's still a lot left. So I could do a monthly section really if I wanted to do a monthly as well. I still have plenty for that. So that's the remainder of everything. I'm just going to do a quick pan over and say goodbye. All right, guys, that's going to conclude this video. Just doing a quick little pan over. This is my health tracker, and then I'll go through the other ones. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this style of plan with me. If there's questions for me on what you would like me to maybe showcase more of or talk through more of, let me know. If you want to hear more of like my day-to-day stuff, I can pull out my notes and we can talk through that in future plan with me's too. So just let me know what you guys are interested in hearing about or seeing on here, and I will do my best to adjust and get that content out for you guys. I do appreciate all of you. I'm so thankful that you're here and that you give me a space to just, create and share it with you guys and geek out about stickers together. It's just my absolute favorite, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. But otherwise, thank you guys all so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks so much.